Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on through.
In he goes again!
Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's a good ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he's managed to get free. Can he get on the end of this?
Oh, that's a fine interception. Seedorf. And here's Hullet. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he was quick to react. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. This might go for a shot! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Hullet was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has found the way through. Nesta gets across to intercept that. And that's gone loose. Hazard. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Fermin. Hazard. He's having a pop! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Hazard with the short one. Crosses it in. And now they can spring out of defence. Fermin. Hazard going after that. Marcelo drives forward on the overlap. Showing good feet. That's going across goal. And he's cut it out. Cristiano Ronaldo.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Wriggles his way through. In by Çalhanoğlu. Towering header! Oh, it's hit the post! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Yeah, plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
It's an early cross, and the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
They want to be quick to recover this.
Oh, sweet feet.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Milan are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And it's Hullet. Çalhanoğlu. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Eze. Over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
And for the first half, that is that. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. That gets us going once more.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Çalhanoğlu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, well played, well played. And he's there to belt it away.
Azar.
A player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Lovely bit of skill. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Nesta is there to clear. He's a sharp little ball here. It's their second corner of the game. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Cafu carries the ball down the right, delivers the ball, and a header! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Oh, he's following up! Goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Knocks it into space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And this is Ronaldo.
Look at the space here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Good read, needed to be. Well, there's the clearance. Well, that is one way to stop him.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually...
Oh, great leap! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 19.
So we have movement on
Numero
both
24.
benches.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Numero 7. Hazard.
So, Jim, what are you
Numero
thinking?
12.
Well, there really isn't
Marcelo.
enough happening up front, Peter.
Lascia
They just
ricampo
haven't been
per
afforded
il
much
numero 6.
by way of creating
Il
chances.
numero 22. Il numero 13.
Calhanoglu.
Il numero
Has a
14.
look and plays it forward.
Roberto Carlos.
No,
Attenzione,
again,
una
there's no way
sostituzione.
through. Stood up well to him there. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And here's Ibrahimovic. Gives it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Tonali. Milan have reclaimed it. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Rodgers. And it's Calhanoglu. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, such a clever touch. And he has been fouled there. Now this is a potential flashpoint, and the referee has his hands full.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Rodgers. Tonali. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
And the shot! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! A finish of true class! Do not write them off! Back they come!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation.
Great chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Chance! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Numero 11. Ibrahimovic.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question, how long is there left, including stoppages?
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. There will be 4 extra minutes. Ronaldinho,
Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
threads one in, and that could set him on his way.
He's picked his way through. Chance! It's a goal! Irrepressible, imperious, that's what makes him what he is.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did.
And there goes the final whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Ibrahimovic, a huge performance, answering the call. Milan may not have finished with 11, but they have shown terrific spirit and they claim the win.
Well, Peter, it's a remarkable result, a real show of character in the circumstances when most would have been happy to maybe drop their heads. They grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck and found a winner, despite their disadvantages. Superb.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
So we're very much on the way now. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I see this guy up at Meccano as a very modern-day centre-back. Quick, good with his feet, confident moving the ball out of defence. I mean, if you're a team like many of the good ones that like to play out from the back, then this Frenchman really is your perfect fit.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And here's Hullet. And this is Hullet.
Hullet driving forwards. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
And the shot's on here.
And that is expertly dealt with.
Pretty cagey early on from both sides.
João Neves. And it's Chouameni. And here's Eze. Abdelhamid did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
He slings it in. Burmo.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Çalhanoğlu. Now Seedorf.
And that was nowhere near his best.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's managed to get free. Eze. Eze ploughing through the middle. That's tidy. Nicely weighted ball. Pings it across. Oh, important interception. Eze.
Lovely feet. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, the ref's been lenient here.
I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
And Burmo
considers his options. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Tonali. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Abdelhamid. He's in plenty of space here. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Burmo.
Manchester United definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Wan-Bissaka. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Dembele. Dembele bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Greenwood, chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Manchester United have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, it's a great ball here, looking to pass their way up the pitch. No way through, so back it comes. And that's an excellent interception. Eze.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled.
Dembele.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Fermin concedes a free kick for that. And it's Neves.
Good read, needed to be.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Greenwood.
João Neves. And it's Eze. Now Schlotterbeck. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
It's Dembele!
Dembele clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitutions taking place.
And we get things going again.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Eze, and the counter is on. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Picked out brilliant. Bullet! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Eze. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Eze. Schlotterbeck. And it's Tchouaméni.
Greenwood.
And it's Neves. And this is Dembele.
Oh, well played.
Milan still this single goal behind. Eze. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bullet. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Looking for the run. He's being urged to...
Ibrahimovic! And that's a tidy finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Gullit is in a really good position out wide. Abdul Hamid. Gullit. And it's played in. Burmo.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Schlotterbeck spots it and intercepts.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. And it's Neves. Chouameni. Now Schlotterbeck. Gullit producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Plays a sharp little ball here. Tacho deals with that comfortably. Wan-Bissaka. Chouameni.
Greenwood.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card.
Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substitution for Manchester United.
It's a good 35 yards out, this.
Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot.
Now it's Greenwood.
15.
Oh, sweet feet.
Here's Elise.
Dembele. Coming on the field, number 13, Olise. Number 18, Partey.
And we have our very first corner.
Matthias Cunha. Number 9.
And the keeper beats it away.
Substitution in progress.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tonali, searching pass he's played there. Chouameni. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, super ball. And he shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's had it nicked away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found space here. Cunha receives it in a good position here. Great chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Simplicity itself.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Manchester United look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
And that's that.
One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the
Hello,
promise
everybody,
of a
and
match that
welcome
will
to
really
today's
get the
match.
juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. It's Dembele! Vinicius Junior.
Gigi Buffon, pretty much peerless in every way, Peter.
Tough to disagree with that. Rarely has a keeper surely commanded quite so much respect.
And from both his own team and the opposition, I would have loved to play with someone like this behind me. Time and time again, he's shown he's just the best at organising a defence. What a communicator.
Nedved. And it's Seedorf. And it's Vitinha. Now it's Hullet. Hullet touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Desai wins the duel this time. Couldn't squeeze it through. It's run loose here. Now it's Hullet. Nice interception, well timed. And he's there to belt it away. It's a good foot in there. And he's there to retrieve it. He's free, he has got space. Madrid do have a chance to counter here. Ball is over the line. Rodri. No goals as yet. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vitinha. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Hullet. Nedved. Rodri.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And claimed it back swiftly. Cafu. Cafu charging forward down that flank. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's managed to get free. Bale! It's hit the upright. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
And not just close, agonisingly close.
Cafu is always looking to play quality balls. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Vinicius Junior. Madrid have it back and can go again. Thuram. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Bale really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Yaya Toure. And it's Dembele. Vieira. Nedved. Vitinha. And smartly reclaimed. Pull it.
Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal.
And here's Hullet. Takes a shot!
Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Kongan Hanoi really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Vieira. Here's Rodri. Turan. And here's Hullet.
5 minutes till the break. Looking tidy in possession here. Bale.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Vitinha. And it's Messi.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Kongan Hanoi have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Tries a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Cafu. Now it's Hullet. And it's Seedorf.
Yaya Toure
is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender.
Yaya Toure.
And this is Dembele. That's an imaginative pass.
And it's hoisted clear. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Kongan Hanoi clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's rising!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Nedved goes short. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
And now they can spring out of defence.
That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And reclaimed it in a trice. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, they continue each to cancel the other out.
Hullet being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Dembele, lovely feet.
Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That is a brilliant interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Hullet. And it's Vitinha.
He's being urged to shoot. Oh, important interception.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. And here's Dembele. Vitinha. Nedved.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
Now it's Messi.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
This is a promising build-up. Muscular approach does pay off here. And here's Bale.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Played out wide.
And it's Roberto Carlos.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yaya Toure.
Searching pass he's played there.
Big chance! And it's in! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 14.
Madrid
Dembele.
are in front now, the
Number
game's
25.
only goal.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Vitinha. Number 18.
Iniesta.
Cubu.
Adriano. Spread to the right. Bigo running with the ball. And this is how goes for a shot! Oh, he's been caught. In he goes again!
And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and it's Bale!
And how did he not put that away?
Bale fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Kong and Hanoi desperately searching for the winner here.
Still anyone's game this, one moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means, they still believe it can be won.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Vieira.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Adriano. Iniesta, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Now he's running away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Iniesta.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Impressive, and again! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins, a game of thrills! This might just do it!
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
And now he has two. Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes. And that is as far as it goes. Kong and Hanoi have won it by sheer force of character as winning teams. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The shot!
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Could move up a gear here.
And it's Xavi. Nedved wriggles his way through. Oh, shooting chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Nedved actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Kong and Hanoi with the corner, they're first.
They've played it short.
And this is Hullet. Hullet! And it's Vitinha. Nice looking ball. Buffon claims comfortably. Played into space. That is good alertness.
This guy, Roberto Carlos, really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace, the power, the set pieces, the way he constantly surges forward.
And a fabulous urgency about everything he does.
That's exactly it.
And he's taking no chances there.
Hullet.
Chance for a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Kong and Hanoi have the chance to go the other way. First quarter of an hour gone. And he welcomes it in. Nedved did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He won't be happy with that one. Now, can they get him away? Xavi, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. Great defending, strong and determined. Driving forward. Searching pass he's played there. No, he's just misjudged that one. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Toure deals with that comfortably. Still goalless. Vitinha. That's an imaginative pass. Thuram. It's a really well-measured ball. Yaya Toure. Kong and Hanoi do have a chance to counter here. Cafu. Now it's Hullet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nedved. Oh, it's a great ball here.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And this is Hullet. And he's lost his man, and the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Dembele. Aimed beyond the defence. Buffon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Vitinha. Cafu is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Xavi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Kong and Hanoi have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Dembele with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Half-time getting close now. And here's Dembele, and this is Nedved. Xavi. Nedved. And it's Xavi. And it's been played through. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Threads one in. Now this could be a chance. Nedved. Decent chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that signals the end of the first period. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any strong opinions on the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. So straight into the second half.
Kong and Hanoi are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Xavi. Seedorf. Ambitious ball here. Bullish header! Harmlessly behind.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Seedorf picks it up from the goal kick. Vitinha. Cafu. That's good play. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Vieira. That's Nedved. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xavi cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
It's a good foot in there. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Kong and Hanoi have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Bullet looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Roberto Carlos. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. That's the keeper's ball.
Kong and Hanoi have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Cafu. And here's Seedorf. Nicely weighted ball. Cafu plays it in. And that's the keeper's ball. Vitinha. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Bullet, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Probing pass, and this is Nedved. Nedved was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 10, Bullet. Number 25,
Knocks it into
Nedved.
space.
Number 7, Vitinha. Coming
Figo.
on the field. Number
Incoming
21,
delivery.
Adrian.
Pretty, but it gets the job
Number
done.
9, Ibrahimovic. Number 24, Iniesta. Number 23,
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that interception was
most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. Chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tries to get it clear. Shot could be on. Oh, super ball. It's a good spell of possession, this. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, they can break here.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Ibrahimovic.
Seedorf. He's a sharp little ball here. Terrific effort! Same attempt, same outcome. It threatens little.
Kongan Hanoi really can do themselves a
So 90 minutes have come and gone. It's going to be extra time. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
So here we go then. Extra time is coming up.
Substitution on the field, number 18.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Number 3, Zanetti.
Knocks it out wide, and that's been intercepted.
Substitution in progress.
Great chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Ibrahimovic.
Van Dijk
Did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a shade optimistic.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. The referee's come over. It's a red card.
Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
It's Thuram. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Cruyff. Nice control. Iniesta, the specialist in tearing teams apart.
Good ball over the top.
And this is Ibrahimovic. And he's heaved it away. Now that looks a decent ball.
Kongan Hanoi really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
And that interception. And it is half-time in extra time.
And now I'd just like to read out our fan
So
comment
15
was
minutes to find a
celebrating
winner,
their
but
birthday
is
today.
there anything left in the tank?
And we're off for the final time. 105 minutes of deadlock, 15 minutes to break it.
Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Tries to play it through. That is good strength. Deftly away.
When you're struggling for numbers, you try to create that defensive compactness and conserve energy, but fatigue begins to play a much bigger role, and it may well yet make all the difference here.
Can he spark a counter here? Driving on and making good progress. Under an awful lot of pressure.
Oh, good take in a good area.
He whips it across.
Oh no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully. Madrid really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Figo, who can single-handedly make a difference.
Van Dijk.
Great vision. Kaká. He's rising! Oh, crossbar! He's got a goal! We thought they were done, but never... And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Nedved. Nedved
Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
And here's Hullet. Vitinha, and he's worked it through. Well, there is Xavi, one of the great creators, inventors, one of the great visionaries of the game, Jim.
I fell in love with him and his style of play. Just unmatched in terms of intelligence and vision. He really is peerless in what he does.
Nesta cuts it out.
Yaya Toure.
And here's Dembele. Kong and Hanoi controlling the possession in this early phase. Gerrard. Neto. Looking for the run. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Yaya Toure.
And here's Dembele. And it's Nedved.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's ambitious.
And here's the chance to counter. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Nedved. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Hullet. He's being urged to shoot. It's Eto'o!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Eto'o is offering a right smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And a header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. Seedorf. And it's Nedved. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Nedved really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Dembele going after that. It's a pretty loose pass.
That'll be a throw.
Ferdinand. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Hullet, and he's picked out the run. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Yaya Toure.
Picked out brilliantly. Hullet. Xavi. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. There's a sharp little ball here. Van Dijk with the clearance. Goes forward. Oh, can he get onto this? And here's Hullet. Oh, easy pickings there. Cafu. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Seedorf. And here's Hullet. Nedved. Seedorf.
And the ball is out of play.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. That's destined for the flank. Marcelo. Lovely feet. And it's Vieira. That's very neat. Yaya Toure conjures time and space where few can. Opts for safety.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Xavi. Marcelo. And here's Eto'o. Can he get it through? So a temporary halt to the action. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So neither side yet off the mark.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. The second half is up and running.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Vitinha, spread neatly. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Seedorf. And here's Dembele. Dembele! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's managed to get rid. And he welcomes it in. Now the ball in. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. This is their second corner of the game. Nedved with the short one. And this is Hullet. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Xavi. He has found the way through. And this is Hullet. And Hullet! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Cafu. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And here's Eto'o. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Marcelo. Thuram. That is ended up in no man's land. Driving forward. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Nedved! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
pull it, ready to try one.
Substitution on the field.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Dembele. Number 10.
Del Piero!
Number 25. Nedved. Number 7.
And it's Seedorf.
Vitinha.
Played out towards the right
Coming
wing.
on the field.
Drives it
Number
in.
9.
Boom,
Ibrahimovic.
header just
Number
off target.
15.
He did so well there. It's just a shame about the accuracy.
Kong and Hanoi have their third corner.
Figo. Substitution in progress.
Cleared away. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Kong and Hanoi perhaps contemplating their next change here. Pass somewhat off target. Del Piero. It's a really well-measured ball. Looking for options for movement. Caught offside that time. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Marcelo. Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Madrid really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Figo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Ferdinand makes the interception. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And this is Adriano. And a chance! It's bounced back off the post. Thuram. And they've got a throw. Kaka. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rodri. Now it's Cruyff. And he welcomes it in.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Can he get on the end of this? And now the breakaway. Now it's Cruyff.
That's going in strongly.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And it's Vieira.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Stood up well to him there. That has not gone well. Rodri. And it's Kaka. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Added minute has been
Dyke
indicated.
calmly anticipates. We are into overtime. He's had it taken off him.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Ibrahimovic gets on his bike and on the move. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Eto'o, renowned for his long-range shooting. Cruyff. Marcelo. Oh, good take in a good area. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen right now for information on our shuttle bus service. Substitution on the field. Number 22, Sado.
No winner in 90,
Number
30
18,
more to come.
Cubu. Coming on the field.
Great defending,
Number 2,
strong and determined.
Vieira. Number 3, Zanetti. Substitutions
That's
taking
tidy.
place.
Zanetti finding himself in space. Thuram clears it away.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Szoboszlai. And it's Cruyff. Passing is crisp and sharp, and that is expertly dealt with.
And the counter is on. Roberto Carlos
Gets across to intercept that. Van Dijk is always scanning the pitch for targets. Ibrahimovic looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Ferdinand spots it and intercepts. Cruyff. Now Kaká. Over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Nesta. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break.
Request today for everybody to please kindly
So penalties loom ever closer. Is there
stadium.
anyone who can seize the day in the next 15 minutes?
The hostilities have already resumed. It's been cagey for this long. Will the last 15 minutes be any different? Well, they can break here. Figo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Rodri. Now, can they get him away? That's a lovely, neat pass.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
At least a return pass. Now that's well seen too.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Adriano. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nice physical challenge. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, super find.
Now he's running away.
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Oh, the protests are futile. The decision is made. Late drama.
An exchange of stares, and here we go. He scores for sure! Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Madrid look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, it's the type of call that can't be given if there's even the slightest doubt. It had to be spot on. Kongan Hanoi really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Szoboszlai.
And there goes the final whistle.
Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Today, please take some time out to give your
Well,
support.
how will we
to
look
our
back
better
on that?
stadium club.
Kongan Hanoi clearly lost their focus when fatigue started to creep in, Peter. You know, a painful lesson on what can happen if you switch off for an instant at that stage.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Seedorf, and Hullet! Really nicely worked opportunity, that's some lovely exchanges.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
Kong and Hanoi with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And here's Seedorf. And they've got Reed. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Great vision. Hullet, Cafu. Cross needs... Oh, good effort! He's delivered all right! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Ferdinand promptly onto that, and that is that. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Roberto Carlos.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Kong and Hanoi currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Hullet, and he's managed to get free. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well timed, excellent interception. Ferdinand is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. And here's Dembele. Oh, strongly challenged there. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Yaya Toure. Oh, it's Dembele. Well seen, saw that coming. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That's a sharp pass. No, again there's no way through. Now it's Hullet. Nedved. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. And smartly reclaimed. Forced to go back. There's the shot! You've got to be quick to recover this. And he's taking no chances there. He's played it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Vieira. Now that's a lovely exchange. He's found a way through. Opts to play it back. Cafu. Hullet. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Kongan Hanoi really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Cross and a header! Well taken goal. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
They're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nedved. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Seedorf.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Vitinha. Vitinha. Cafu. Cafu plays it in. And that should get the job done. And that is the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So straight into the second half.
Kongan Hanoi have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And here's Dembele, and here's Hullet, and it's Vitinha. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Vieira. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. And it's Nedved. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nesta charging forward, the ball at his feet.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Nedved. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
That has not gone well. He's being urged to shoot. Vieira. Gullit being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Gullit. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Nedved. Now it's Dembele. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nedved. And it's Dembele. Gerrard gets on his bike and on the move. Nedved. Oh, good read. Now that looks a decent ball. Nedved. Gullit. And that was very necessary. Kong and Hanoi can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Vieira. Seedorf. This is a promising build-up. Nedved. Van Dijk. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, this is a great position.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That is an excellent defensive intervention from the front man.
Substitution on the field. Number 25.
So changes afoot here, and
Nedved.
from both sides.
Number 7, Vitinha. Number 10, Gullit. Number 14, Dembele. Number 22.
He's on it, can he get away?
Seedorf.
Iniesta
Number
is flagged
18,
offside.
Cubu.
Kong and
Coming on the
Hanoi really
field,
can't be faulted for
number
their
20,
attitude, and if they go on to win this,
Number
it'll be fully
24,
deserved.
Iniesta. Number 21, Adriano. Number
This is
9,
Adriano.
Ibrahimovic. Number 2, Vieira. Number
Now it's
19,
Ibrahimovic.
Roberto Carlos.
And here's Vieira.
Substitution in progress.
This is the time you need that pace.
Marcelo. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And here's Roberto Carlos. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Tries to pass it through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Kong and Hanoi really will have to throw everything at this now.
Roberto Carlos
Stood his ground strongly.
cleared away. And that's been won straight back. Here comes another cross. And it's hoisted clear. Played it again.
There will
That
be
should
1
get the
minute
job done.
added time.
And it's Vieira. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, that was the second half.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Knocks it out wide. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Szoboszlai.
Rodri.
Marcelo made a search from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully.
Marcelo.
Has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Roberto Carlos.
That's good play from him.
Cleared without hesitation.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner.
So, third corner of the game. Pele goes short.
Yaya
Gets his head on it!
and he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And now they can spring out of defence. Marcelo. And this is Cruyff. Can he finish? Well, now and again. Oh, that could be pivotal. Oh, that has got to be it. This has to be it. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Madrid with the lead.
Roberto Carlos.
There will
That's
be
been
1 minute
intercepted.
added
He
time.
read.
And the shot!
Ronaldo chasing after it. And it is half-time in extra
Fellow
time.
attendees, this is a lost
So this is it, one goal in it, and
Please
we're
keep your
down to the
eyes on
last
your children
15
during the
minutes.
match at all
Everyone
times.
on their last legs. Can there be one final twist?
Substitutions taking place.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes?
Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Roberto Carlos producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Nesta. Szoboszlai looking to pass their way up the pitch. No, it's come to nothing. Oh, can he get onto this? Now it's Iniesta. It's a pretty loose pass. Kong and Hanoi very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for options for movement. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Lovely bit of skill.
And it's Yaya Toure.
Kong and Hanoi really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
They knocked and knocked, but there is time for no more. Kong and